Now, the other thing that is really important are plugins, and they have a whole space dedicated to themselves. A plugin is an interesting thing. It can be anything you want it to be. Basically, a plugin is something that improves the functionality of your website. So there's plugins that can do a zillion different things. You can have a plugin that can add a contact form onto your website. So if you don't know HTML, you can install a plugin and you can get some code that will help you create a contact form on your website. You could have a plugin for search engine optimization. You can have a plugin to add social media buttons, so you could add Facebook like buttons, Twitter buttons. You can add plugins to stream video on your website without going through YouTube, and also plugins to do podcasts. There's hundreds of them. So, I mean, if you want something, your website to achieve something, there is probably definitely a plugin available that will actually help you do that. What comes in by default is a Hello Dolly plugin, which actually does absolutely nothing. So I just delete it. It has no functionality whatsoever. And the other plugin that comes up is a Kismet. That's a good plugin to have, and it's good to activate that. What it actually does is it helps block spam. You'd be surprised how many comments you get from different people about blocking from people that are spam. So it actually does act as a filter to stop spam. To work properly, you need to enter your Kismet API key. The only way to get that is to go to Wordpress.com and set up an account with them, and then they'll give you a key and you pop it in. One thing I probably didn't explain is that there is two types of WordPress. There is WordPress as in a self-hosted website, which is what we've installed on HostGator, and there is also WordPress.com, which is actually not self-hosted, and you have to be careful about what content because you don't actually own that site. So there's two different types. So that's really the way to go about that. The plugin that I do recommend that people do install, search engine optimizer. There's lots of search engine optimization plugins, and there's probably about several that I recommend, all with different features, called an all-in-one SEO pack. And that one enables you to control the page title and the description of each page and post on the website. So every time you create a page and every time you create a post, you actually fill that in so that it can be, to make it search engine friendly. And why that's important, and if I go into something like Google, most people may not know what page title and description is, but the only way that Google knows what your page, if I go into here and type in build solar panel or something silly like that, what will happen is it will come up with a whole list of search options, obviously, but here, that is the page title. Okay, so here it comes up with the page title. So with everything, you want to be able to control what the search engines see. And here is the description. So you fill in the page title and description on your page and post so that it tells the search engine what each page and post is about. And also, the important thing is that you write it to help search engines, but you also write it to compel people to actually click on your links as well, because I mean you can put something that's keyword rich, but if the text is boring, then no one's going to click on it anyway. So there is a bit of an art to all that. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the main things. Plugins really get installed very much like installing a theme. You just click this add new button up here, and then you either upload it, you just click the add new button like that. And there's hundreds of them, and social media plugins as well that are just fantastic and really encourage people to comment and engage on your website as well, which is fantastic.